Last time, we gave the AI a really detailed spec. This time, we're going to take the opposite approach. Give it loose, high-level instructions, and actually collaborate with it on the UX decisions. Let's see how that turns out.
So previously, we gave Claude Code pretty detailed specs for both implementing our forms in Formic and React Hook Form. In this session, we are going to explore how to collaborate more with Claude Code, not telling it exactly what to do, telling it instead sort of the result that we want to achieve in a much more loose way. So as you can see, there's a lot less instructions compared to the Formic version, which had very detailed instructions and in fact references an actual spec that talks about what field, what validation rules, etc. So yeah, so it's quite a difference in terms of the amount of direction that we're providing Claude Code. So just like before, we'll go ahead and first create a work tree. While it's doing that, we are going to go to our previous Formic work tree and go ahead and start our development server and a Chrome session, just so we can do a comparison once the collaboration version is done. You can see that our work tree is finished creation. So let's go ahead and change the directory there and start Claude Code and go and move the work tree for Formic. So once Claude Code is started, we can go ahead and issue the command to do the collaboration. We see that Claude Code has come back to us with some questions. Let's go ahead and expand our window so we can see everything. First it's asking us about layout. Then it's asking us, how do we want to deal with passwords and validation? How should validation, when should validation happen, basically? And then finally, it's going to ask us about communication preferences. So you can see it's asking us to help it make certain UX decisions. And once we're done, we can go ahead and submit those decisions, and it's going to go off and do its thing. See that it's done implementing and has started the browser session. Let's go ahead and resize it so we can see it perform the tests in the browser itself. Okay, it's done all the tests, and I've asked it to restart the server in the browser session. So on the left is Formic, on the right is our collaborated version, and you can see there are definitely UI differences. For example, in the collaborative version, it's decided to show an example rather than instructions, which is probably a better use of placeholder text. And here it's chosen, instead of asking the user to confirm their password, which, based on some UX research is not necessarily needed. So it's decided to get rid of that, but it's keeping the 8 characters, uppercase, lowercase, number, special character, etc. Oh, and it has a password strength, which is nice. And then for preferences, you can see the layout is a little bit different. I actually like that it decided to just use checkboxes rather than radial buttons that kind of forces users to choose between one or both. And we'll go ahead and submit the forms. And finally, it's decided to give a nice little summary. So yeah, so I think overall it's done a pretty good job.